Assalamualaikum everyone, this is me Mohammed Hasnain once again with all of you people today. As you all know, there are four basic pillars of any language, may it be English or may it be any other language. As you guys know, there are four basic pillars to any language, may it be English. And one of the most important pillars, the fourth one, is reading and also listening. So today we are going to be covering both of those, as I am going to be reading, you are going to be listening in our Ikigai book. So without further ado, let us begin. Last time we had covered a very interesting and a very amazing and nice topic, which was the Morita meditation and which was the Morita therapy. So we talked about that, and we also talked about the three basic points or the three basic pillars of Morita therapy. And today we are going to be talking about the four phases of Morita therapy. So let us begin. Morita's original treatment, which lasts 15 to 21 days, consists of the following stages: isolation and rest, 5 to 7 days. During the first week of treatment, the patient rests in a room without external stimuli, no television, books, family, friends, or speaking. All the patient has is his thoughts. He lies down for most of the day and is regularly visited by the therapist, who avoids interacting with him as much as possible. The therapist simply advises the patient to continue observing the rise and fall of his emotions as he lies there. When the patient gets bored and wants to start doing things again, he is ready to move on to the next stage of therapy. Light occupational therapy, 5 to 7 days once more. In this stage, the patient performs repetitive tasks in silence, doing a thing again and again. One of these is keeping a diary about his thoughts and feelings. The patient goes outside after a week of being shut in, takes walk in nature, and does breathing exercises. He also starts doing simple activities such as gardening, drawing, or painting. During this stage, the patient is still not allowed to talk to anyone except the therapist. Third, occupational therapy, 5 to 7 days once again. In this stage, the patient performs tasks that require physical movement. Dr. Morita likes to take his patients to the mountains to chop wood. In addition to physical tasks, the patient is also immersed in other activities such as writing, painting, or making ceramics. The patient can speak with others at this stage, but only about the tasks at hand. Number 4. Return to social life and the real world. The patient leaves the hospital and is reintroduced to social life, but maintains the practice of meditation, and occupational therapy development during treatment. The idea is to re-enter society as a new person with a sense of hope and without being controlled by societal or emotional pressures. Now, again, this is a great lesson that we are learning today. Next, we are going to be next time talking about the Naikan or Nikan meditation, depends on how you want to pronounce it. So this is going to be our next chapter. This is going to be not a chapter, but our next heading that we are going to be covering next time. So for now, let's talk about this therapy. Morita therapy is one of the many therapies that are talked about in this book, and I believe it's one of the greatest things that you can do for yourself. And not because it's Morita therapy, but any therapy with isolation is the best. Lots of people say isolation should be that you are in a room, you don't talk to anyone, and you meditate. But lots of times that's not possible because of the fact that there is so much stimuli such as colors, such as sounds, such as devices, such as books, such as pictures, such as everything around us. It is impossible for us to not do anything. So it's best to stay isolated in an isolation room with no external stimuli, no internal stimuli, or no such thing at all. And if it could be, I would suggest you go into a sense deprivation chamber or something of such sort. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a water tub where it is filled with salt, which makes you float, so you don't have any sense of gravity. You don't have any sense of smell, as smell is eradicated. It's totally dark. You don't have any sense of light or sight. You cannot eat anything. You cannot read anything. And in there, you're just alone with your thoughts. You cannot even feel anything because you're floating on water. And the water, the sound it makes is barely even anything because it's so quiet. And at some point, people start to hear their heartbeat. So it is one of the best things that you can do for yourself is deprivate yourself from such said social media, such stimuli, such pressure, such stress, such anxiety for a little bit of time. Stay calm, stay very much focused, and just relax for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Once you do that and you meditate on the daily, you will be able to return to society as a man that had not been there before, as someone totally different and new, and as the better version of yourself. That is all for today. I'll be seeing you guys with the Naikan meditation. Until that, thank you so much and Allah Hafiz.